What's your one biggest takeaway from this weekend?
My biggest,
Yeah.
yeah. So the experience of share this city photography experience with other guys that are really interested in that, and yeah, the focus about the composition and how to look for a composition looking into the edges of the frame and trying to make emotion in the pictures.
Nice. All right. So how about you, Robin? So reflections from this weekend. What do you think you did really well?
Well, one thing I noticed was listening to everybody and getting their project ideas. And then I'd go out on the street and see dogs and see each various topic. And it just made to feel like a tighter group, which was pretty cool. And then to see the pictures, it was very much of a shared experience, even though we were all going different directions on the street. And as far as what I've done well is I'll move a little closer and get shots of people without hiding and using the zoom.
Nice. So not zooming.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Being less invisible.
All right. How about you, Doug?
I think you gave us a lot of tools this weekend to work with that it will process and think about. But I think my biggest lesson, something you said earlier, is focus on your strengths. I started out this workshop trying to push myself to do more candids, and I spent a lot of time with external strobes.
Yeah.
And I did okay with it, and I came up with some images that I don't feel are very interesting.
Yeah.
The photos that came out of this weekend that I think are more compelling, and certainly the three that you picked in the final edit, were all permission asked, staged, set them up, take the time to do it the way you wanted to do it. And I just feel like I have much more success with that. So for me, I think that's where I'm going to keep focusing on.
Awesome. And how about you, Joey?
Siri not available.
Siri. Siri not available.
On your own.
One thing, I think one of the first things that you explained to us was to work the scene. And I realized that this photography is a lot like fishing, and I can't just cast my pole in and walk away if I don't get a fish within the first moment.
Yeah.
Like I gotta wait there and be patient and hang out and then just enjoy the wait. Like with Doug, with the ice, we were talking that we both saw that target shot. I knew it was there, but because I didn't catch the fish quick enough, I left. And Douglas worked the scene, so I learned a lot from that.
Cool. And Shamu, what did you take away from this weekend? What'd you learn?
Takeaway is that people aren't intrinsically scary. Never asked anyone if I could take a picture before because I assumed that they just didn't want it, and maybe it's because I don't want it myself. But nobody said no. I mean, we have a 100% yes rate, so it's actually fantastic. So it opens a huge door to interacting with people, meeting your people, and then taking it further, being more creative with how to give a portrait.
Awesome. And what do you think is the best Shmoo strength this weekend?
Strength, I guess.
What do you think you did really well?
I think I did really well actually in engaging the person and getting them to be where I want to be, which is something, it's maybe normal for some folks, but that's like, I've never imagined that I'd be able to talk to a stranger and then have them continue the conversation even while I'm taking photos.
Awesome. All right. Richard, reflections on this weekend.
So I guess one thing I learned was I'm not as good an editor as I thought I was.
You're a great photographer, but lousy editor.
So, and I think what I feel good about was that I was able to stay much more focused on the background, not just locked into the subject I was taking all the time. So I felt kind of good about that, and that I kind of searched the corners of searched the edges of my photograph, trying to see that they were clean.
Awesome. All right, Chi.
I think this workshop changed me in a good way. I didn't know it was possible to get that close without getting punched.
How close did you get? How close did you get?
Like close
Like
to
that close?
Yeah. 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 And it kind of interesting to learn to be like multitask when shooting. Like you have to learn to talk to the strangers, thinking of angles, thinking of, you say that watch for interesting things about that person, and like if it's not, that how to make it more interesting, look for the environment, all that. Like you have to do everything at once. Is kind of challenging, but it's a good thing to learn. Yeah.
Awesome.
I think that I learned something different from each person here. I think I took away like a different skill or a different technique or something from each person, and it was really, really cool to see my own city through everyone else's eyes.
Because you are a native Portlander, or
Yes, well, a transplant, but
yeah. But you don't have chickens in your front yard.
Not yet. So that was really, it was like, I really felt this weekend like I was on a vacation somewhere, because I was seeing the city the way that all of you saw it and how all of you photographed it, and also interacting with people in a way that I really haven't in Portland before.
Which was
Direct and trying to be friendly to people and experiencing how friendly people in Portland are as well.
Do you have a particular favorite memory from the workshop?
I really liked spending time with that gentleman in Powell's who was doing the flower ikebana out of paper towels and paper cups. That was really cool.
So what does that mean? Or tell me the story about that guy.
So he was putting together flowers made out of paper towels that he got from the cafe at the Powell's in downtown Portland. And he would craft the flower, and then he would either give it away or sell it to someone in the cafe. And initially he seemed like kind of a potentially scary, potentially threatening individual, but I pushed myself to sit down and talk with him. And it was a really positive experience, and I learned something about his life, and I shook his hand, and he gave me a gold medal.
Nice. Where's your gold medal?
Right here.
Yeah. So what does it say? What's his website?
Worldpaperflowers.com, official seal of authenticity.
Nice. All right. So great job. A little golf clap for everyone. Round of applause.